In the heart of the countryside, an ominous mansion stood, rumored to be cursed by the tragic events of its past. Drawn by a fascination with the paranormal, our team of ghost hunters arrived, determined to uncover the truth behind the haunted tales that shrouded the old estate. As the sun dipped below the horizon, we set up our equipment, eager to capture any signs of supernatural activity. The air was charged with anticipation as we ventured inside, cameras at the ready. From the moment we stepped foot in the mansion, an eerie chill settled upon us. Doors creaked, and faint whispers seemed to echo through the hallways. Our EMF meters surged erratically, and we couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. As the night deepened, the mansion seemed to come alive with paranormal energy. Shadowy figures flickered at the edges of our vision, disappearing as we turned our heads. Unexplained orbs danced in the darkness, captured on our cameras. Determined to communicate with any lingering spirits, we began an EVP session. The air grew heavy with anticipation as we asked questions into the void, hoping for a response. To our astonishment, we received chilling answers, disembodied voices speaking in hushed tones. As we delved deeper, the atmosphere intensified. Furniture moved of its own accord, and unsettling shadows seemed to converge, taking on sinister forms. Fear clawed at our hearts, but we pressed on, unable to resist the pull of the supernatural. In a daring move, we attempted a séance, hoping to make direct contact with the spirits. The room trembled with an unseen energy, and a sense of foreboding filled the air. It was as if we had opened a portal to another realm. Suddenly, the séance took a dark turn. The planchette moved with alarming speed, spelling out ominous messages that sent shivers down our spines. Panic gripped us as we struggled to regain control. As the night wore on, the mansion's malevolent energy became overpowering. Doors slammed shut, trapping us in narrow hallways, and the temperature plummeted to freezing levels. Terrified, we made a hasty retreat, our cameras filled with haunting evidence of the supernatural. We realized that we had ventured too close to the realm of the unknown, awakening forces that we were ill-prepared to face. The mansion's secrets remained intact, and we left that cursed place forever changed. The ghost hunt had gone terribly wrong, leaving us with a profound respect for the thin veil that separates the living from the realm of restless spirits. Deep in the heart of the woods, an abandoned sanatorium loomed like a relic of horror. Intrigued by the macabre history surrounding the place, a group of us decided to embark on a daring overnight investigation. As the moonlight bathed the dilapidated building, we cautiously stepped inside. The air felt suffocating, and the echo of our footsteps seemed to awaken the ghosts of the past. Armed with flashlights and a mix of fear and excitement, we ventured into the darkness. The sanatorium's chilling history weighed heavy on our minds, a place of suffering and despair for those afflicted with a mysterious illness. Whispers of nurses who lost their minds and patients who never left clung to the walls like lingering spirits. As the night wore on, the atmosphere grew heavier. Unexplained footsteps echoed through the hallways, and distant cries pierced the silence. Shadows danced at the edges of our vision, taunting our nerves. In a room rumored to be the epicenter of paranormal activity, we gathered to conduct an EVP session. Fear gnawed at us as we asked questions, hoping for a response from the other side. To our astonishment, we received chilling answers, disembodied voices speaking in anguished tones. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing our flashlights. Panic ensued as darkness engulfed us, leaving us disoriented and vulnerable. As we huddled together, a haunting melody filled the air, growing louder with each passing moment. The chilling tune sent shivers down our spines, and we felt an overwhelming sense of dread. In a desperate attempt to escape, we stumbled through the darkness, but the maze-like corridors seemed to twist and shift around us. We were trapped in a living nightmare, lost in a labyrinth of torment. Just as hope began to wane, a distant light flickered ahead, guiding us towards an exit. We ran, hearts pounding, desperate to break free from the sanatorium's malevolent grasp. As we emerged from the woods, we vowed never to return to that haunted place. The investigation had gone horribly wrong, leaving us scarred by the encounter with the other side. The abandoned sanatorium held its dark secrets, and we realized that some places should remain undisturbed, lest we awaken the restless spirits that dwell within. In a quaint village, an old mansion stood abandoned, evoking chilling tales of a vengeful spirit haunting its halls. Intrigued by the local legends, I ventured inside with trepidation. As I explored the decaying rooms, an oppressive air settled upon me. Ghostly whispers echoed through the corridors, and eerie shadows danced in the moonlight. In the heart of the mansion, I found an ornate box, covered in ominous symbols. Ignoring the warnings, I opened it, unknowingly unleashing the malevolent spirit trapped within. As night fell, the mansion came alive with terrifying manifestations. Objects moved on their own, and ghostly apparitions materialized, eyes filled with rage. I fled in terror, but the vengeful spirit pursued relentlessly. It sought retribution for its imprisonment, and I was the unwitting conduit for its wrath. Haunted by that fateful encounter, I now know that some spirits should never be disturbed, and some places hold malevolent secrets that should remain buried forever. In the depths of a dense forest, a forgotten graveyard lay shrouded in darkness. Curiosity got the better of me, and I ventured among the crumbling tombstones. The air grew heavy with an ominous presence, and an eerie fog enveloped the scene. As I explored further, faint whispers echoed around me, and cold hands seemed to grasp at my soul. A ghostly figure emerged from the mist, its mournful gaze locking onto mine. Fear rooted me to the spot as the apparition beckoned me closer. In a chilling encounter, the spirit conveyed a tragic tale of lost love and betrayal. A chilling sense of sorrow washed over me, and I realized the restless soul sought closure. Terrified yet determined, I promised to share the spirit's story with the world. As dawn approached, the fog dissipated, and the ghostly figure vanished into the ether. Haunted by the encounter, I now carry the burden of the forgotten spirit's plea. The graveyard remains a solemn reminder that some souls linger, seeking peace and redemption from the living. In the heart of a secluded forest, an old abandoned mansion stood, infamous for its tragic past. The locals spoke of a cursed artifact hidden within its walls, a mysterious, ornate mirror said to possess dark powers. Intrigued by the tales, I embarked on a daring expedition to find the mirror and uncover its secrets. With a group of friends, we ventured into the decaying mansion, each step echoing with trepidation. As we explored, the air grew thick with unease, and an oppressive energy enveloped us. But we pressed on, drawn by the allure of the unknown. In a forgotten chamber, we stumbled upon the mirror, its gilded frame reflecting our anxious faces. As we gazed into its depths, the room's temperature plummeted, and a haunting melody filled the air. Fear gripped us, but curiosity kept us entranced. In a chilling twist of fate, the mirror's surface rippled, revealing ghostly apparitions beckoning us closer. Unbeknownst to us, the mirror was a portal to the spirit realm, and the entities within sought to escape their prison. One by one, my friends became entranced, their reflections morphing into ghastly versions of themselves. Panic consumed us as they became trapped, their tormented souls bound to the mirror's cursed allure. Desperate to free our friends, we sought ancient incantations to seal the mirror once more. But with each attempt, the spirits grew stronger, threatening to break free and claim our souls. In a last-ditch effort, we recited the incantation in unison, pouring our collective will into the ritual. The mansion trembled as a blinding light engulfed the mirror, sealing the malevolent spirits within once more. Exhausted and shaken, we fled the mansion, vowing never to return. The cursed mirror remained locked away, a chilling testament to the dangers of dabbling in the unknown. The harrowing experience forever changed us, a haunting reminder that some artifacts are best left undisturbed, and that the realm of the supernatural holds secrets we may never fully comprehend. An abandoned mansion stood as a haunting relic of tragedy. Lured by the whispers of ghostly apparitions, I ventured inside with a brave heart. The air turned frigid, and the atmosphere grew suffocating as I explored the haunted halls. Unseen forces tugged at my being, and eerie moans filled the silence. A spectral figure materialized before me, sending terror coursing through my veins. In a flurry of panic, I escaped, vowing never to return. The chilling encounter taught me that some places hold restless spirits, and it's best to heed the warnings of the supernatural. My heart pounded as I entered the antique shop, drawn by an eerie force. The owner, an enigmatic old woman, eyed me knowingly. "You seek something beyond this realm," she said, her voice sending shivers down my spine. She offered a worn-out Ouija board with a sinister smile. Curiosity overwhelmed my better judgment, and I purchased the board. That night, I gathered my friends, and we began the séance. The planchette moved with a mind of its own, spelling out cryptic messages. An unseen presence seemed to embrace us, cold and malevolent. As the session intensified, the candles flickered violently, and a deep chill filled the room. Fear took hold of us, but we pressed on, eager for answers. Suddenly, the planchette moved with unnatural speed, spelling out a name: Belial. Terrified, we ended the séance, but the damage was done. Each of us felt a dark presence lingering, an entity from the other side. Sleep became elusive as haunting nightmares plagued us. One by one, my friends experienced strange occurrences. Objects moved on their own. Eerie whispers filled the air, and an overpowering sense of dread consumed us. It was as if we had invited a malevolent force into our lives. One night, I awoke to find my friend levitating above her bed, eyes rolled back in her head. Her voice turned guttural as she spoke in an unfamiliar tongue. The chilling realization struck me. She was possessed. Desperate, I returned to the antique shop, seeking the old woman's guidance. She offered a chilling smile, revealing her true nature. "You summoned Belial, the demon of deception. Only the purest of souls can banish him." Determined to save my friend, we sought the help of a priest. The exorcism was harrowing, as Belial fought to maintain his grip. But with unwavering faith and prayers, we expelled the malevolent entity, leaving behind only scars of our haunted past. The experience forever changed us, a stark reminder of the dangers that lie beyond our reality. The Ouija board, a gateway to the unknown, now remains locked away, a chilling testament to the demons we dared to invoke. In the depths of the woods, an abandoned cabin beckoned. Courage mingled with fear as I entered. Whispers taunted from unseen corners. Moonlight cast eerie shadows dancing with malevolence. A journal spoke of dark rituals and a sinister entity lurking. The air turned icy, shadows twisting malevolently. Upstairs, a faceless figure appeared. Dread consumed me. I fled the cursed cabin, its haunting secrets forever etched in my mind. The encounter left an indelible mark, a reminder that some places are better left undisturbed in the realm of the unknown. In the heart of the woods, an abandoned cabin stood frozen in time. Tales of its dark past circulated among the locals, but I was drawn to unravel its mysteries. With trepidation, I crossed the threshold into the eerie abode. Inside, the air hung heavy with the scent of decay and secrets long buried. The floorboards creaked beneath my feet, seemingly protesting my intrusion. Moonlight filtered through the tattered curtains, casting haunting silhouettes on the walls. As I explored, a faint whisper echoed through the cabin, raising the hairs on my neck. I dismissed it as the wind until the whispers coalesced into a chilling chant. Fear gripped me, but curiosity pushed me forward. In one corner, I discovered a journal, its pages filled with incoherent ramblings and sinister drawings. A shiver ran down my spine as I read cryptic messages about malevolent entities lurking in the darkness. Suddenly, the cabin's atmosphere shifted, and a bone-chilling coldness enveloped me. Shadows danced menacingly, and an unseen force seemed to watch my every move. A loud thud echoed from upstairs, making my heart race. Against my better judgment, I climbed the rickety stairs, driven to uncover the source of the disturbance. In an upstairs room, a flickering candle illuminated a figure huddled in the corner. Dread washed over me as I realized the figure had no face. The chilling realization paralyzed me, but a voice in my mind urged me to flee. As I rushed downstairs, a chilling wail reverberated through the cabin. Panic consumed me, and I stumbled into the woods, heart pounding and terror clutching at my soul. I never returned to that forsaken cabin, haunted by the memory of that faceless figure and the malevolent spirits that lurked within. The chilling encounter served as a stark reminder that some secrets are better left undisturbed in the depths of the unknown. The old asylum stood desolate on the outskirts of town, a place feared by all who knew its grim history. Determined to confront my fears, I entered the decaying building. Inside, the air was stifling, and the flickering lights played tricks on my mind. Every creak and groan amplified the eerie silence. As I ventured deeper, strange sounds echoed through the corridors, disembodied whispers and distant cries that sent chills down my spine. Despite my growing unease, I pressed on, eager to uncover the truth. In a dimly lit room, I caught a glimpse of a figure standing in the shadows. My heart raced as I called out, but there was no response. Goosebumps covered my skin, and a feeling of dread settled in my gut. Suddenly, the room turned icy cold, and an invisible force pushed me backward. Terrified, I scrambled to escape, but the door slammed shut before me. Trapped, I felt a chilling presence drawing nearer. A voice, sinister and haunting, echoed in my ears. "Leave this place," it whispered, suffusing the air with malevolence. Fear paralyzed me, and I knew I was not alone. In a desperate bid for escape, I mustered all my strength and forced the door open. Fleeing the asylum, I vowed never to return. The chilling encounter etched in my mind, a constant reminder of the paranormal secrets that lie within the forsaken asylum. In the heart of the city, an old abandoned theater stood like a relic of forgotten times. Its faded grandeur only added to the allure of its rumored haunting. One fateful night, curiosity got the better of me, and I ventured inside, guided only by the pale moonlight that filtered through the cracked windows. As I stepped onto the dusty stage, a faint melody filled the air, as if an unseen pianist was playing a mournful tune. The hairs on my neck stood on end, but I pressed on, unable to resist the strange pull of the theater's eerie charm. In the dim light, the seats seemed occupied by spectral figures, their murmurs echoing through the empty space. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy, and a cold breeze sent a shiver down my spine, though the night was warm. As I wandered deeper into the theater, the soft music turned haunting, and the apparitions in the seats appeared to watch my every move. Shadows danced along the walls, taking on sinister forms that seemed to beckon me further into the darkness. In the backstage area, a long-forgotten dressing room door swung open with a loud creak. My heart pounded, but an inexplicable force compelled me to enter. Inside, an antique mirror reflected my pale face, but the reflection staring back at me was not my own. Frozen with fear, I witnessed my reflection contort into a grotesque, malevolent grin. I tried to turn away, but an invisible hand held me in place, and the reflection in the mirror grew more sinister by the second. In a panicked frenzy, I broke free and fled from the theater, the haunting melody following me until I was far from its haunted halls. The chilling encounter forever imprinted on my mind, leaving me haunted by the question of what lies hidden behind the veil of the forgotten theater. From that night on, the theater's ghostly presence remained etched in my nightmares, a haunting reminder of the thin line that separates the living from the unknown realms of the dead. In the remote countryside, a desolate mansion stood, infamous for its terrifying legends. Driven by morbid curiosity, I ventured inside. The air was heavy with a palpable sense of dread, and as I explored, the walls seemed to whisper of unspeakable horrors. In the dim light, I glimpsed ghostly apparitions flitting through the hallways. My heart pounded in my chest as I felt an otherworldly presence drawing closer. A cold hand grazed my shoulder, and a chilling voice echoed in my ear. "Get out! Ignoring the warning, I continued deeper into the mansion, uncovering the gruesome truth of its dark past. But as I tried to leave, an invisible force held me captive, tormenting me with visions of ghastly specters. Terrified, I finally broke free and fled, vowing never to return. Yet, the spectral echoes of that night continue to haunt me, a chilling reminder of the malevolent forces that dwell beyond the veil of the living. In a remote mountain village, an ancient burial ground lay forgotten, warning of the restless spirits that dwelled within. Curiosity led me to explore the sacred site, despite the ominous warnings from the villagers. As I ventured deeper into the burial ground, an eerie silence enveloped me. The air grew thick with an otherworldly presence, and a sense of foreboding washed over me. Drawn to a weathered tomb, I discovered a mysterious amulet lying among the ancient relics. Ignoring the tales of its cursed nature, I took it with me, unknowingly awakening a malevolent spirit. That night, as the moon loomed large, strange occurrences filled my home. Objects moved inexplicably, and chilling whispers echoed through the darkness. Terrifying nightmares plagued my sleep, visions of the vengeful spirit seeking retribution for disturbing its resting place. The amulet seemed to pulse with dark energy, and I knew it was the source of the haunting. Desperate to break free from the malevolent spirit's grasp, I sought guidance from a local shaman. The ancient rituals were my only hope to appease the vengeful entity. In a harrowing ceremony, the shaman chanted incantations to soothe the spirit's rage. The amulet was returned to its rightful resting place, and an offering was made to placate the angered soul. As the last chant echoed, the malevolent presence faded, and a sense of peace washed over me. The village's ancient spirits had been appeased, and the haunting ceased. The encounter forever changed me, a chilling reminder that ancient spirits guard their resting places, and meddling with their sacred artifacts comes at a grave cost. From that day on, I walked with newfound respect for the supernatural, vowing to never disturb the spirits that lay at rest in the forgotten corners of the world. The night was dark and foreboding as we set out on our ghost hunting adventure. Armed with cameras, EMF detectors, and a mix of excitement and apprehension, we ventured into the abandoned asylum, notorious for its haunted history. As we explored the decaying halls, strange noises echoed from the shadows, and our equipment registered inexplicable spikes in electromagnetic energy. Nervous laughter filled the air, masking the underlying fear that gnawed at us. As the clock struck midnight, we gathered in the main hall, hoping to make contact with the spirits rumored to roam the premises. A sudden drop in temperature sent shivers down our spines, and the air felt heavy with an unseen presence. Fueled by adrenaline, we initiated an EVP session, asking questions into the darkness. But our inquiries were met with chilling responses, whispers, moans, and the sound of footsteps that seemed to follow us. In a daring attempt to provoke the spirits, we challenged them to make their presence known. The atmosphere turned hostile, and an overwhelming sense of malevolence enveloped us. Panic set in as doors slammed shut, trapping us inside the haunted asylum. Frantic, we fumbled for the exit, but an unseen force seemed to push us back, preventing our escape. Our once adventurous spirit turned to sheer terror as the supernatural activity escalated. Amidst the chaos, a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, its form indistinct yet undeniably menacing. A primal fear gripped us, and we knew we had awakened something far beyond our control. Summoning all our courage, we mustered a desperate plea for protection, and the oppressive energy slowly subsided. The shadow figure vanished, and the doors creaked open, allowing us to flee. We emerged from the asylum shaken and humbled, realizing that our ghost hunting expedition had spiraled into a nightmare. Our encounter served as a chilling reminder that not all spirits are benevolent, and some secrets are better left undisturbed in the realm of the unknown. The abandoned mansion beckoned, a relic of haunting lore. Driven by curiosity, I ventured inside. Moonlight cast eerie shadows, and each step echoed with dread. The air felt heavy with the past, dust dancing in the moonlit rays. As I explored, whispers murmured in the dark, urging me to leave. A shadowy figure darted, and icy fingers brushed my arm. Fear gripped me, but I pressed on, following the apparition. The whispers grew louder, enveloping me in malevolent energy. Panic consumed me as I stumbled backward, feeling watched. Glancing back, glowing eyes pierced the darkness. I fled, heart pounding, from the chilling paranormal encounter within those ominous walls. The town of Blackwood was a small town with a sinister entity lurking in the shadows. I stumbled upon an ancient tome hidden in the depths of the town's forgotten library, detailing a demonic ritual. Driven by morbid curiosity, I decided to perform it. As the moon cast an ominous glow, I gathered the necessary items in the desolate woods. Chanting the incantation, an eerie silence fell upon the surroundings. Suddenly, the ground trembled, and a dark figure emerged from the depths of the earth. Fear consumed me as the demon's crimson eyes locked onto mine. Its voice was a cacophony of screams as it demanded a blood sacrifice. Terrified, I offered a trembling hand, allowing a drop of my blood to stain the earth. With the pact sealed, the demon's malevolence infected my mind. Haunting visions tormented my dreams, and a sinister voice whispered in my ear, urging me to commit unspeakable acts. As the days passed, I lost control over my own body, becoming a mere vessel for the demonic force. My friends and family recoiled in horror as the darkness consumed me. Haunted by the destruction I caused, I sought a way to break free from the demon's grip. With the help of an exorcist, I fought a harrowing battle against the malevolent entity within. In a desperate struggle, the demon's hold weakened. With every ounce of willpower, I banished it back to the depths of hell, breaking the cursed pact. But the scars remained, a constant reminder of the darkness that had once possessed me. The demonic encounter left me forever changed, a testament to the dangers of tampering with the forces beyond our understanding. I never believed in the supernatural until that fateful night. A friend had invited me to a supposedly haunted house where he planned to conduct a séance. Skeptical yet intrigued, I agreed to join. As we gathered in a circle, the atmosphere changed. The air grew heavy, and an eerie silence descended upon us. My friend began to call out to the spirits, seeking a response. Suddenly, a bone-chilling gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candles. In the darkness, a guttural voice emerged, unlike anything I'd heard before. Fear gripped my heart as my friend's body convulsed uncontrollably. It was as if an unseen force had taken hold of him. Terrified, I tried to flee, but an invisible barrier blocked my escape. The demonic voice now emanated from my friend, spewing vile threats and profanities. His eyes, once warm and familiar, now glowed with an unnatural malevolence. I felt a sinister presence enveloping me, whispering nightmarish thoughts in my mind. Panic and dread overwhelmed me as I realized the horror of what was unfolding before my eyes. Helpless and shaken, I watched as the demonic entity toyed with my friend's body, twisting it in unnatural ways. It was as if he was a mere puppet under the demon's control. Time blurred as the possession seemed to last forever. But with the first light of dawn, the malevolent force released its grip, leaving my friend exhausted and disoriented. The haunted house had revealed its dark secrets, and I was forever scarred by the horrifying encounter. From that day forward, I knew that there are forces beyond our comprehension, lurking in the shadows, and demonic possession was no longer just a tale but a terrifying reality. On a dare, we decided to play the Midnight Man game. The clock struck midnight and the house grew unnaturally quiet. Each of us wrote our names on paper, gathered in a circle, and chanted the ritual incantation. Suddenly, the atmosphere turned chillingly cold. The candles flickered violently, casting dancing shadows on the walls. Panic set in, but it was too late to turn back. The Midnight Man had arrived. We scattered, seeking shelter, but the darkness seemed to follow us. Whispers echoed in the halls and doors slammed shut. The air grew thick with terror as we sensed his malevolent presence. The game had unleashed an entity we could not comprehend. The Midnight Man fed on our fear, toying with our minds. The night stretched on agonizingly, and as the first rays of dawn broke, the haunting ceased. We survived the game, but the haunting memories of that night will forever linger, a constant reminder that some games should never be played and some entities should never be summoned.